Today I'm going to talk about the lectionary in the Episcopal Church. The guiding principles of church is reason and tradition. Some may find it too stifling to have a set liturgy. I've been to a charismatic church, attended one for decades. The worship is freer, but eventually the order of things become a set liturgy itself. In the Episcopal Church, we have what is called a lectionary, a set of readings of the Bible in a 3-year rotation. Every Sunday service, there are 4 readings from the Bible. 1 from the Old Testament, 1 from Psalms, 1 from the Epistles, and 1 from the Gospels. In a 3-year rotation, it would cover all the books, all the books in the Bible. Sometimes when we read the Bible, we don't know where to start unless we are very disciplined. We start at the beginning and work through the Bible as it is presented. I find in our lectionary a certain order of reading the Bible. Even though it just presents a short passage, there is no reason why we shouldn't read the chapter from where that passage comes from, and for that matter, to read the whole book, because some books are very short. Philemon, for example, is only 1 chapter long. The last few weeks, we've been reading from Amos and Hosea. These are usually neglected books unless we are reading the Bible from start to finish. I find that following the reading from the lectionary is a great discipline. After reading Amos once through, it is, again, like I said, short. I was so excited that I read it again. In fact, I was so excited at Bible study, I was so distracted, I forgot to put the carafe in the machine while making coffee. The coffee dripped all over the floor. Imagine being excited about Amos and being so distracted. Amos was not a man of God like a priest. When we think of man of God, we think of a priest or a rabbi, but he was a shepherd who was sent by God to declare all the nations in the area, both Canaanite and Jewish nations, have sinned and to turn to God or they will be punished severely. It is not easy to go to your neighbors and declare their sin. You'll never be invited back again. The list of nations, and you need maps to read Amos, included Syria, Gaza, Tyre, Edom, Ammon, Moab, and then the 2 Jewish nations, Israel and Judah. And at that time, the Jewish nation was not united. There were 2 Jewish states. It's only for a very short time that the Jewish nation was a united nation. Most of the time it existed as the northern kingdom of Israel with the 10 tribes and the southern kingdom of Judah with 2 tribes. So at that time, the Jewish state was not united. So there were both condemnation to the northern state of Israel and to the southern state of Judah. But the main focus of Amos was on the northern kingdom of Israel. Their sin was tremendous. Dishonesty. They used false weights. That means they cheat the poor. They reduced the price of the good. They reduced the size of the goods but increased the prices. And immorality, where it is mentioned that 2 men would sleep with the same woman. And oppression of the poor. They performed their religious duties in the temple but couldn't wait to get out so that they can do business again and cheat again. So their sin was dishonesty, immorality, and oppression of the poor. And that if they don't repent, consequences would be so harsh. Indeed, it was. Because Israel did not turn from their wicked ways, they were crushed eventually by the invading Assyrians. went into exile, and the 10 tribes of Israel were lost, and lost forever, till today. And the same warning still stands today for us if we don't repent. So I encourage you to read Amos. It's just 9 chapters, and the language is very poetic, and it's very beautiful and still apt even for today's reading and today's application.